Hi guys. Uh, so hi guys. Welcome back to this week's live session. I'm really sorry for the technical difficulties we just encountered. So yeah, on this week outlook for me, I'll be looking out for EURUSD, GBPUSD, and gold. So on EURUSD, I was buying, but then overall we are bearish. Now what I'm trying to do on EURUSD, this is a very clean chart. This is a clean chart that I feel we don't have a lot of details on, right? So on EURUSD, I just want to see pullbacks. But now this week, I'm expecting a lot of choppy movements because of the news events we just had, which is the NFP and other news events we just had. And this week, I would say you guys should be very careful with the way you approach the market. I would say you should use like 0.5 of your account to trade this week because the market is going to be very, very choppy and is going to build up liquidity this week. So I would say you should trade with caution. But overall, my bias on EURUSD, I'm bearish on EURUSD. I just want to see bullish movements this week, just to the upside and before it starts selling. So on EURUSD, I was buying. Let me go back to that chart. On EURUSD, I was buying this morning. I said I look to buy EURUSD short term. That was what I said this morning when I posted it. But I didn't take this trade because of the spread. We had Asian session where when this trade played out, it was during Asian session. So I didn't take the trade because of the spread and everything. I didn't take it. So I just had to chill and I'm just looking at the market do its thing. Right? So I'm just looking at the market do its thing actually. So I still look to see the market come up to this region before selling. Now, mind you, the market, I am not forecasting this thing. I am just analyzing and then reacting. I'm just analyzing the market and then reacting. So now, what if the market doesn't push up to this level before it starts selling? What if the market doesn't give us this kind of move before selling? What happens? It is fine. I'll stick to the drawing board and I'll work with what the market is presenting. Now, what many of us do in this market that make them, I won't say me because I'm hardly wrong in this market, but what many people do is they react based on impulse. Now, they've seen the market is doing this and they start either buying because they expect the market to come to this place, whereas the market has gotten to this region and is now selling. So a lot of traders react based on impulse, right? That's why you see a lot of them getting stopped out and losing their money to the market. Now, it is very important not to get married to a bias. For instance, be fluid as a trader. Now, this market has shown me that, okay, it has the tendencies of pushing up to this region or pushing up to this region, at least. Pushing up to this, let's say this region. The market has tendencies of doing this, push up to this region and start selling. Or it could choose to just do something like this, tap into this region and start selling. But whichever, I will not say because that is what I'm expecting. I would, when I see the market giving me reversal move, which is, it has given me a double top, a triple top rather, and it's still selling, I want to keep buying. That's me just calling out for disaster for myself, right? So on EURUSD, I am still bearish. These were the trades we took last week. We can see it. This is a 1:6. This is a 1:6.1. This is a 1:6.1. This is a 1 we closed at around this point, so it was around 1:4 thereabout. But this is the main guy we took, 1:12.30, right? 1:12.30. This is a 1:13. He currently gave us a 1:6. But then that's not what we are just here for today. We want to see what the market is saying this week. So this week, I want to see the market, like I said, I've said it before, but for the sake of people that are just joining in again, I want to see the market tap into this region or this region, then start selling off back. I am still bearish on Euro USD. So, but then I'm expecting all of these moves because the market is trying to build up liquidity. And once it builds up liquidity, it takes it out. You get. So moving on to GBPUSD. GBPUSD. So for GBPUSD, I expect the same thing for GBPUSD. Reason because now this is the trade I called on GBPUSD last week also. This is a 1:10 points, almost 1:11. This is a 1:9.1. Now on GBPUSD, I expect the same thing. If you've watched my previous live sessions or if you've joined my previous live sessions, you would see I always say these guys move almost alike. It's just that one moves faster than the other. So it could be in most cases, Euro USD might be selling massively and GBP USD is giving a reversal pattern to start selling, right? So these guys work hand in hand, like they work just together. I won't say together, but they give similar patterns, just like the Euro USD and the DXY. The DXY and the Euro USD, they are inverse to each other. So on GBP USD, I still expect a sell on GBP USD. Reason because on the higher time frame, you would see that this guy gave us a head and shoulder pattern. As you can see it here, this thing, I've already forecasted this or I've analyzed this thing into the future. Now, because I expect it to sell, I would say again, doesn't mean when GBP USD give me a reversal pattern and say, okay, Oga, I want to start buying, I will keep selling because I said it's going to drop. No. But then overall, we move by, we act, we analyze, we now act when we see a certain reaction. So now what I expect liquidity build this week. I want to see the market either consolidate, sweeping our liquidity up, creating liquidity below, then take out the buyers. Take out the first sellers, that's create an inducement, sell, buy up, take out liquidity, then sell to around these regions, right? To around this region. So if we look at it back on the 15 minutes time frame, this guy has already given us, it has come into this area. So most likely GBP USD might continue selling, right? Might continue selling and it will get to this point and break it. But then I want to see how this market reacts in different zones or different areas when it gets to XAUSD. You can send in any trade you want me to analyze for you in the chat box. You can send it in. So XAUSD, that's gold. Now I missed this trade. I wanted calling out this trade with the GBP USD trade I called this morning because I expected a buy. Yeah, I'm on gold already, Joseph. I'm on gold. So I'll go to USD card. I saw the chat box. So I expected this guy to sell. I expected gold to sell this morning when I was buying what's the name? GBP USD, or when I called for a buy on GBP USD. This is, you can see it. I didn't jump on this trade because it didn't get to my point and I was not really active. I had other I had most of my mentees I was mentoring, and so I couldn't jump on this. So I missed this trade also, but then I was expecting a sell. I was actually expecting a sell on this guy. So I was actually expecting a sell on this gold, which it actually got to this point. I wanted it to come to this point, sell off and come back up. Then we move to the downside, right? Now, as I said, I'm expecting lots of liquidity build this week. Liquidity build this week. So at every point, let's trade with caution. Do not jump into the market fully with your whole capital. If you're risking, if you're like me that likes to risk 1% or 2%, depending on the particular account I'm trading. There are some accounts I want to flip, I might be risking more than 1 or 2%. But then if you used to, for instance, if you used to risk 1%, I would suggest to you to use 0.5 because this week we're having a lot of liquidity build. And in a layman's or normal random traders words, we'll say manipulations this week, right? I'm expecting a lot of that this week. So you might see the market do something like this: go up, come down, sweeper liquidity, go up, sweeper liquidity, come back down, come, sweeper liquidity. You might just be seeing all these choppy movements. You might just be seeing the market do something like this. Now, this is all liquidity build. And this is this liquidity build is what I teach in my mentorship. But then I expect a lot of this liquidity I expect the markets to build liquidity this week. But overall, we're still bearish on GBPUSD and EURUSD, and also for gold. Gold is giving me two patterns. I'm seeing liquidity above and I'm seeing liquidity below. Gold is already building liquidity. At this point, it's already building liquidity, right? Because if you look at it, at this point, it's bullish, but overall, it's bearish, right? Gold has gotten to this point. So most likely, gold might decide to do something like this, sell off. That's this week, get to this point, go back up, sell off again, right? Maybe tap into this region, then boom. This is what the market might do. So that's why I'm saying, let's not trade with our full risk. 0.5 of our risk is perfect. 0.5 of our risk is perfect. But right now on gold, gold is not really giving a clear pattern on where it wants to go to, because there's liquidity resting above, there's liquidity resting below. So at this point, I would say trade with caution. For gold, we already missed the sell, so I can't really jump or say we should jump into this gold sell already. I didn't take this trade. So now let me not dwell so much on this. Let's go into how many percent do I risk for a $20 account? For a $20 below account. Okay, for a $20 below account, I would always say if you're an aggressive trader, you can use 0.2 to 0.5 maximum. But if you're conservative, 0.1, 0.2 is perfect. Now, reason for this, I wouldn't want to say if your account, I feel anybody with a $20 account should actually be conservative, because if you really had more than this, you should be able to fund more than this. But if you just want to test the waters, it's still fine. But for anybody with this kind of account, $20 account, the person can actually just trade it conservatively to grow the funds, right? So you no need for the rush. What kills a lot of traders in this market, what makes them lose money in this market, is both greed and they just want to make it now. They have the gambler's mindset. Now, what's the difference between a gambler and a trader? Two things. Gambling, you don't have things in you don't have let's say leverage to do things, but for a trader, you have the leverage to either say you must either place a buy or a sell. And also overall, to wrap it up, the difference between a gambler and a trader is risk management. Risk management is that's actually the major difference between a trader and a gambler. So for someone with $20 account, use 0.1 or 0.2, depending on what you're trading and how many positions you want to open. And mind you, if you see good profits, jump out, because your account is very small. Little things can blow it. Now, if you're having a $20 account and you want to just go and trade something like US30 NAS 100, I'm sorry, because just one, your money is gone. I'm sorry I had to use this. Just one, your money is gone, your $20 is gone, and you're like you're falling into depression and all those things. So avoid some certain pairs, right? Avoid some certain pairs, like let all those volatile pairs. Even gold can take you back to the village if you're trading a $20 account, but then you can trade it with proper risk management and knowing where to jump in and jump out. Now, if you're seeing a $5 on your $20 account and you want to still hold position, and you're like, it go drop, I'm sorry, your account now go drop, right? So let's jump into USD card, okay? USD card. Let's see. Well, right here. All right. So USD card. I want to see on the. Okay. I grew account from $10 to $50 last month. Good, perfect. It's possible to grow your account. No, I'm not saying it's not possible. You grow a $10 account to a $50 account. It's very possible. I've actually in crypto market, trading crypto. I've traded a $4 account. I took it down to $64 in one day. All right. I've also, you can go on my Twitter, you go and check. Sometimes I call out all these trades. I do all these things live, so people will see. So people will see things I just do. I'm actually very transparent. So I've actually grown an account of, let's say, about $20 also. I've taken it down to almost $100. This was not even back end. I did it live on Twitter. And you know Twitter, if you do small thing and you fail, bro, they will drag you like never before, right? So on USD card, let's see. Let's go to USD card so we don't waste too much time. We've actually wasted time on today's lecture, and that was because we had a lot of technical difficulties, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm really, really sorry about that. We're not supposed to take this long. We're not supposed to take this long. Okay, let me see. Oh, we're not supposed to actually take this long on. Let me see. Okay. Really sorry I had to stay this long, guys. So USD card. Somebody requested I analyze USD cards. From this drawing, you can see on this drawing, you can see I'm actually bullish on USD card. I want to see USD card tap into this supply zone. Now, guess what? Doesn't mean if USD card, because I can still see liquidity below at this region. I can still see less liquidity on this region. So most likely the market might tap into this and sell off or tap into it. And this is on the weekly though. So, but mind you, if the market should break through this thing, it's creating a new high, because definitely it will want to take out these guys. So, but I expect the markets on USD card. I expect the market on USD card to give me something like this. Tap into this region, slow down, go back into this region. Now, making people want to jump into another buy, because at this point they'll be thinking the market wants to create a lower, a higher low, then do something like this. But then the market might do something like this actually. Give a change of character and kaboom. And once it does this, comes back up here. Now people get scared. They're like, okay, the market don't change character and we need to start doing what the market is saying. And you do something like this again, tap you out again, then sell off. This market can be really crazy. So trade what you see, trade how the market reacts. Don't get married to a bias, a particular bias, right? So on USD card, I'm bullish. USD card, I am bullish. Let me still take it down to 15 minutes. Why I'm rushing this thing is because we've spent so much time. A lot of our members that are really not from this region are actually are the reason, or are actually just saying, okay, they can't really join because of their time difference. Or that's why I just want to record this thing so nobody misses out and they'll have an insight. So USD card, you can see that this is what I expected. USD card, it dropped. Actually, I expected it to drop. It dropped, went back up, and even dropped more than this region. Now, guess what? People that trade trend line, I'm not saying trend line doesn't work. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these fanatics that say because you're not trading this strategy or you're not trading the edge strategy, then your strategy doesn't work. No. Yes, the edge strategy might work for me. And guess what? It might not work for you. But one thing for sure I know is for years right now, I've been using the edge strategy and it's been working. But doesn't mean because you're a trend line trader, your analysis or your strategy is not valid. No. But now I'm just spotting an example for me why I don't trade trend line. Like I don't use trend line as my major confluence. Is now people trading trend line, they will say this is the first touch, second touch, third touch. And once the market reached this point at the third touch, it's goodbye. Yes, it's goodbye, but where did he take us to? He took us down to Egypt. He took us down. Like, bro, the market took us down and went back up. Now, at this point, people will say it has changed character, right? People will start saying, okay, it has broken the trend line. So it's going to test this trend line and start selling off again. But guess what? The market might surprise everybody and do something like this again. Go to this point, and people will say, okay, it has changed another character, it has broken structure at this point. Now, people trading, they'll mix structure and trend line. They'll say, it's going to, since it has broken structure at this point, it's going to just tap this trend line and continue going. And guess what? The market will do, hell no. Pap, phew, I'm moving again, right? Then go back up. Man, I'm sorry, I'm just cracking a lot of jokes. I like it when I'm teaching, everybody's following me and the class is not too stiff. Everybody's free. They're relaxed. Okay, the market became Moses. Exactly, like the markets just take everybody, like to talk to Moses, take you to take you to Red Sea. So yeah, on USD card, I'm still bullish, regardless of what I'm seeing here, right? But guess what? I'm not trading USD card this week. I'm not sure, but if I see opportunity, I will trade it because I'm in this market to look for money and make money, right? I'm here to make money, and luckily for me, my strategy permits me to trade any market I want to trade, both Forex, crypto, and synthetic. That's the benefit I'm just enjoying using the edge strategy. So down to what other pair? Let me go and check the chart box. So we'll wrap up. I've checked USD card. I've checked gold. I've checked GBPUSD, EURUSD. Let's check GBPCHF. Okay, GBPCHF now. Let's see. GBPCHF, I was selling to buy, but I did not take the trade. I called that trade on Friday. I sent out the analysis and my bias, what I think the market would do. I just sent it out on the free channel where everybody. Now, guess what? This is what I expected the markets to do. This was before news. If you check the chat, if you check the channel, we'll see that before this market played out, it was somewhere around here. And I said, okay, I want to see the markets drop down to this point. Or no, the market was somewhere, I can't even remember. I guess it was somewhere here or somewhere here. I said, I want to see the market tap into this place back. Because now I've studied GBPCHF. I've understood little of these patterns. I know that this market likes to sweep out liquidity and consolidate, then move. So I said, okay, this is what will happen. I didn't take this trade because I had a lot of positions open. I had GBPUSD open. I had EURUSD open. I had gold open, gold position open. I had lots of positions open, and I was adding more positions. I was stacking. So it will not be wise for me to add more positions to this whole thing, right? It will not be wise for me to add more positions to this whole thing. And that's because it's my rule and I don't need to break it. So the market tapped into this point and sold and gave us and sold into this region. Now I was anticipating to see the market tap into this place here, right? I use MT5 to trade. Now, I used to use MT4 to trade. Sorry, I had to divert. I'm answering the question from the chat box. Now, I use MT4 to trade. That's because, MT5 to trade. I stopped using MT4 because I found MT5 very, very fluid and very fast to execute trade. I might be driving and MT4, I'll have to park and try to execute a trade or calculate some certain things. But MT5, that's for MT4. But MT5, I'm on the move, I'm driving and I'm like, okay, this is what's going to happen. I'm placing my trade. I know how to move my stop loss ASAP to break even. That's why I use MT5. So MT5 is the latest version of MT4 and it's very easy to use. So I prefer MT5. So that's, yeah, I use MT5 to trade. So back to what I was saying, I was just answering a question in the chat box. Now on GBPCHF, I expected it to actually sell and get to this region. Did it sell? Oh yeah, it did. It sold, right? But now a lot of people that will get married to their to their buyers. A lot of people that will get married to their buyers. Now, getting married to your buyers will make you miss trade and make you lose trade. You're missing trade and you're losing trade. Reason because you're like, okay, this trade, it go drop. And guess what? The market has told you, Oga, I don't tire. I no do again. I don't tire. I don't tire. Right? And you're like, no, it go drop, it go drop, it go drop. Because you're a prophetic trader now, you expect the market to always do what you say. In as much as I'm always accurate or I'm mostly accurate in this market, guess what? I am still a student of this market. I still try to follow what this market is showing me. I try not to get it. Most times it gets messy when I'm like, okay, I've been accurate in this market for like a lot of times. I'm hardly wrong in this market. Why don't I? I want to break my own rules, but no, I will be like, Eko, you didn't get to this point because you started. No, calm down, relax, relax. Right? I see the market differently. So now don't get married to your buyers because it can fail you some kind times. You get your buyers will just break your heart, will break your heart, will serve you breakfast. You get. So now this market got into this place. A lot of people will say no, they want it to come here. And guess what? They've missed the trade. But if I was active at this point, I will not lie, I will still miss the trade. Forget this thing I'm saying. I will miss it. And you guys were thinking I will say I will not miss it. Bro, I will miss the trade because I'll be anticipating it to come here because I have coconut head and I know the year one. Right? Okay, so that's for GBPCHF. And let me take one more analysis before I call it a day today. So what other pair would you want me to analyze, guys? Just put it in the chat box. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting, guys. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. So put it in the chat box. I'll be waiting. Okay. So I still need clarity on the lot size. Okay, clarity on the lot size. Oh, okay, okay. Shegun, I'm going to post out this trade, this video, so you can go back and watch it. For those of you just joining, I'm really sorry if you found it difficult to join. I'm really sorry. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to switch to Google Meet. So about the lot size, and I'm responding to Favor Young. So I'm responding to you about the lot size and about your $20 accounts, right? I said you should use 0. If you're an aggressive trader, you can use 0.2, 0.5. Now you might open different positions. You might use 0.2, open your first position, use 0.3, open the second one, or 0.2 to open 2 positions, making it a total of 0.4. Or you can open 0.1, 0.1, depending on the kind of trader you are, right? Because your account is very small. So if you stress the account so much, you will lose that account, you get. And if you lose the account, trust me, you get depressed because you might get tired, you might get overwhelmed, you might start crying, you say, I no trade Forex again. You get. So that's just what I would say in regards to your account, that's $20 account. So GBPJPY, this guy used to be my baby, GBPJPY, but we broke up last year. We broke up last year. Me and GBPJPY, we broke up. I said, guy, I'm not doing it again. At some point, I started cheating on GBPJPY with EURUSD and GBPUSD. So yeah, GBPJPY. You guys are laughing. All right, GBPJPY. What am I expecting? It's clearly on lower time frame, it's showing itself, right? But then I like to do my bias. I like to take my analysis from the higher time frame. Looking at this trend line like this, you will say the market has broken it, and yes, it has broken it. So on the lower time frame, let me go back to the lower time frame because this higher time frame is showing me a lot of bullish movements. But let's go to the lower time frame and let's see what we can do for now, like at the moment, right? So on the lower time frame, what are we seeing here? The market at this point, I would say, in my opinion, it is consolidating. It has already started consolidating, but it's not a major consolidation right now. So the market is consolidating at this point, to me, right? I'm just seeing, right? Am I correct? Okay, good, perfect. The market is consolidating at this point, to me, right? So a consolidating market is not a market you want to jump into because the market will just shock you. right? It might go in your direction, but it will just sweep out your liquidity and go. So mind you, in this kind of market, like I said in the beginning of this video, the market this week will consolidate. It will have a lot of manipulations, and that's because of the news event that just happened, and is going to just build up liquidity. So at this point, I would say this market is consolidating right now, but looking at it on the lower time frame, looking at it at the low on the lower time frame, we would see is showing a bearish move. So most likely the market might do something like this for GBPJPY. The market might do something like this. Come back down to this region or this region. Let's just say here, right? Go up. Continue playing with your emotions like this, right? This is what you might do. So for now on GBPJPY, I want to see a retracement, a bullish move. That's what I'm saying for GBPJPY. So guys, this will be all for now. With a 10 pip stop loss, if I risk $3, does it mean that I will lose if I hit stop loss? I don't get. The same thing. Okay, for 10 pips, it depends on your risk calculation, right? But I'm going to explain this. Just send me a DM actually. Send me a DM. I'm going to reply you. Send me a DM. You can message me on Instagram at Prince_Echo2, on Twitter at Prince Echo 2 together, the Prince Echo 2 together. That's for Twitter. Then on Telegram, Prince_Echo. The Prince has a capital letter. So feel free to message me at any time. Any of you can actually message me. I'm accessible. I'm just here. Meet me, ask me questions. Even if, don't be shy, ask your questions and I would answer you. So yeah, that will be the end of today's live session. But I want you guys to come on Friday with any topic that you want me to treat. Any topic, come with your questions. I want to be answering questions on Friday, both psychological questions, both trade-wise, your chart-wise, anything. Come on Friday with your questions. I would answer your questions. All right. So hope you guys actually liked today's live session, and I want to say a very big thank you as usual to everybody that joined, starting from Favor Young, Dikash, Lukman, Joseph, Ola, Shegun, Aditayo. I really can't mention everybody's name, but shout out to all of you that actually joined this live session. I want to say a very big thank you to you guys. You guys are the main guys, man. All right, Dikash, quick one. Okay, you said you have a question. Let me hear you. Quick one. We have just less than 2 minutes. So yeah, let me hear your question. Turn on your mic. Turn on your mic. Or if you're shy to talk in public, you can just type out your message. Feel free, anyone. I used to trade synthetic, but I stopped trading synthetic. I actually stopped trading synthetic. I used to trade synthetic. I trade on Kwako market. I trade synthetic on Kwako, and Derive. I used to trade ZV75. I can't really remember, but I use synthetic mostly for flipping of accounts. But currently I don't trade synthetic. I just trade Forex and crypto mostly. But my strategy allows me to trade any market I want to trade actually. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, guys, thank you guys for joining in, and I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. Let's just keep growing this community, and let's see a lot of profitable traders. I want to grow a lot of profitable traders. I want to have a community of profitable people. So I want to say very big thank you guys for tuning in, and I want to say I'll be signing out. Peace out. Thanks, guys.